first off, thanks for taking the time. I know it's a busy time of the year. You've had a crazy month, I would imagine. First off, what's it like being a Georgia Southern Eagle? I mean, welcome.
Really exciting. I'm learning about the university every day, learning about the community as well. But, just been a tremendous reception from the people here at Georgia Southern and also the people in the community. So I'm really thankful for that.
You were very successful at St. Easton State, and you almost had to play Georgia Southern had you beaten North Dakota State. Coming from another FCS school, what did you know? What were your thoughts on Georgia Southern?
Well, I just knew about the winning tradition and the fact that they had a great run at the FCS level for many, many years. Looked at them on tape a little bit. Not as much as you think though, because when we were getting ready to play North Dakota State, they run quite a bit different offense than what we run, so we didn't really watch it a whole lot. But knew Coach Munkin fairly well, knew Jack Curtis, so I knew a few people that were on the staff. Just knew that they always said great things about Georgia Southern University.
Take me back to the beginning. How did you find out? What were you doing when you found out you were going to be the next coach of Georgia Southern?
I was here on an interview and went into a room with everyone on the committee. And our athletic director, Tom Kleinlein, offered me the job in front of about, 15 people.
Oh, made it a party, didn't
it? And then, we'd already made up our mind before that if we were offered the position, we want to take it. And, haven't looked back since, and just been excited about the opportunity.
Yes. Was that a tough decision for your family? Because I know y'all probably had some roots over back in Texas.
Very difficult decision. Had a great job where I was at St. Houston. A lot of great friends at both the university and the community as well. My youngest daughter is a junior in high school, so I cleared that with her before I even entertained the thought of coming here to Georgia Southern. But as far as where I'm at in my career and having the opportunity to, I know some people might not say build a program, but it really is. You're going from the FCS level to the FBS level. The challenge here is winning at the same pace that Georgia Southern is accustomed to and doing it at the highest level of collegiate football. So that's the challenge.
And then pretty much from when you got offered the job until now, even the next couple of days, I'm assuming you've pretty much been on the recruiting trail nonstop.
Just recruiting. We've kind of had a different way of recruiting probably this year than we're going to have in the future. They were on some guys that were a little bit more of a distance than what I'm used to, but we actually, in a 2-day span, I was in 6 states. So I was all over the place. I went from, I was in Atlanta, and then I flew to Oklahoma, and then Oklahoma, I went down to Texas, and I was up in Missouri, of all places, recruiting, and then flew down to Orlando, Florida, and was in Florida, and went into South Carolina, and then back into Georgia. So over a 5-day span, I covered quite a few miles.
Is it easier, you've been on both sides now, I guess, is it easier to sway a recruit, being able to tell him he's going to come play for a D1 school, than just a top-of-the-line FCS school?
I think so. That was always one of the obstacles that I had at St. Houston. You recruiting a young man, and maybe a school 5 states away was recruiting him. And because of the allure of playing Division I football per se, you had a tough time getting them. I thought it really opened up a lot of doors here. The word we got to get out is, we are an FBS program, we're a Division I program. Some people are still not, didn't know that that's the case. And that's one of the things we're working on is getting the word out about Georgia Southern playing at the highest level of collegiate football.
And with the coaching changes, the staff changes, how have you gone about convincing players that were already committed to either stay committed or were thinking to stay with Georgia Southern in their line of sight? How have you gone about talking to them, coercing them to stay at Georgia Southern?
Well, I immediately went and talked to those young men that had been committed to the program, and Georgia Southern was already recruiting. It was hard to really develop your own list without having a sufficient amount of time. I was hired on January 10th, and it was a dead period that whole week. So we really only had 2 weeks of recruiting. So we targeted first the kids that were committed to Georgia Southern, and then moved on from there. And every day we're almost finding another guy that we think is capable of playing at a high level.
What did you see as the biggest hole that needed to be filled with the team, scheme-wise, X's and O's wise?
Offensive line-wise, they have a lot of seniors that are playing, that we're going to be playing with us next year, so we needed to get some freshmen so that we didn't have that be a problem next year. Wide receivers, how the Georgia Southern's been playing offensive football, the slots have been more halfbacks, running backs than receivers. Will be the opposite. So we had to find some receivers and also some defensive backs. Those are some of the areas that are immediate concern for us.
The linemen, they're no longer going to be, all the time going to be cutting. There's going to be a lot more stand-up blocking, a lot more engaging. Are you going to change the type of lineman that we go after traditionally because of that, or do you think we'll kind of go after the same figure, the same type of lineman?
We're going to be going after bigger offensive linemen. We've got some kids committed, and knock on wood, we signed them on Wednesday who have really got some outstanding size. But you also want to have that movement as well, where they can climb and block the second level. And we're not adverse to cutting either, but it just won't be quite as much in our style of plays as what they've done in the past.
And you said, on a signing day, 2 days away. How big are these next 2 days for you and staff?
Well, huge. We got to hold on to the guys that we have, and we have really made a conscious effort to sign guys that we think can play at this level. Sometimes people want to fill a class out. We're not want to do that. We want to have guys that are going to be able to play at this level, and if we have a few extra scholarships for next year, when we have the advantage of a full year of recruiting, we'll do that.
Last year, your offense, one of the premier offenses in FCS, 40 punts a game, yards through the roof. How do you see the JUCO transfer Cam Thomas? How do you see him fitting into that offense?
Well, I've got some junior college background myself. I was defense coordinator at Caulfield Community College, won a national championship in 1990, and also as a head football coach at Blaine. So I've been around a lot of guys who have made that vault from junior college to Division I, and we certainly think that he can do that. He's a very strong, tough back, and obviously when you have a guy that's from a team that won the national championship, that's also attractive to you as well.
Whether you're going to be here for one season or for 45, you're always going to be the coach that led Georgia
I sure
Southern.
hope it's closer to the 45.
Me too. So do we. You're always going to be the coach that led Georgia Southern into the Sun Belt, into the FBS. How does that make you feel? What does that mean to you?
Well, I've been a head coach for quite some time. I've done it at the junior college level, the Division II level, and the 1AA level, FCS level. I think that this is just a great opportunity for me as a head football coach. I think it's a great opportunity for the players that we're recruiting. I think it's a great opportunity for the young men that are currently in the program to be a part of this journey into FBS football. And that's the reason why this job is really so attractive to me and my family.
Well, good luck to you for the next 2 days. I know they're going to be busy. We're real excited about having you down here, and see you Wednesday in the Bishop Fieldhouse.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach.